What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie, MBS show. The panel's missing, but of course I pulled up, and of course I got my brother with me. What up, man?
You know, I'm always here. Every show. Every single show on the MBS platform.
Hold that down, hold that down, hold that down, hold that down. Man, it's lit in the NBA. What's up, Kyo?
Yeah, I've been quiet lately, man. I've been quiet in my group chats, text messages. I
Yeah.
I haven't talked to anybody. I was gonna wait for the NBA show, but fortunately, we're actually just doing predictions today for the conference semifinals. The NBA show will be rescheduled tomorrow. So make sure you tune in, man. Special time tomorrow, special day. Only Wednesdays for that. Thursdays, I mean. But yeah.
Facts, facts, facts. We're gonna knock these predictions out. I know Boston and Indiana played yesterday. Really good game if you watched. I don't know if you caught it yesterday, but I knew who I thought was gonna win. You thought the same team, but we can give a real quick predictions as far as that's concerned. You want me to go?
Yeah.
You want to go first? Go first. Go first.
Okay, starting with the Eastern Conference. Well, I got Boston, man. I picked them in the beginning of the season. They were the best team in the regular season. I was wrong. I thought they weren't going to lose a game at all going into to where they're at. And I think they're gonna win this easily, man. I think with or without Kristaps Porzingis, they will win it, man. I like it in 6 games, man. You as long as you got the play of Jalen Brown who hit that big shot, and then you know what you're gonna get with Jason Tatum, man. And they just got a lot of depth. But last night's game, the depth Boston's depth didn't step up. It was Indiana's bench that stepped up yesterday. So they gotta change that a little. I just think it's gonna be tough to beat Boston, man. I still got Boston, like I said, without Porzingis or not.
Yeah, I got Boston as well. I'm like you, had Boston before the season started. Just think that they're a very dynamic team. They have a lot of pieces. Of course, we thought Kristaps Porzingis would be here at this moment. Can they win the championship? That's here for another debate, maybe another topic later on in the NBS show. But as far as winning the series, I actually think Boston's gonna win it in five. And that was before last night, so I'm not gonna try to switch up.
Damn.
I'm not gonna try to switch up and say, oh, yeah, if they would have lost yesterday, if they would have won yesterday, I was gonna switch up. Now, when I saw it was Indiana, I said, well, I got Boston in five. If it was New York, I would have had Boston in six. I would while they were playing Game 7. I'm like, I just think New York is gritty, grimy, a little bit better matchup as far as for the Boston Celtics. But even without Kristaps Porzingis, I just think Brown and Tatum is a little too much for what the Pacers can offer. And I got the Celtics winning this in 5 games.
Okay. All right. I was surprised. I didn't think you would have it convincingly like that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna win the next one. They'll take the third one in Indianapolis, and then they'll lose the game 4 and they'll come back and knock it out in five.
Okay. Well, to the series that everybody's waiting for.
I'll go first on this one. Let me go. Let me go. Because I don't want nobody to say, "Oh, X, you picked my pick." There's no Yvonne here. There's no C here. Keel's here, but I'm going before Keel. We haven't spoke. I haven't even been in the group chat like talk about. Because like Keel, I was wrong. I was wrong. Minnesota, my God, came back from 3-2 to knock out the defending champs after being down 20 on the road. They got the dub. They move on. But I'm going to treat it like Kansas City Chiefs, man. I'm going to treat it like the Kansas City Chiefs. I picked against Minnesota in the first round against Phoenix. I picked against Minnesota in the second round versus Denver.
thought you
But
would pick Minnesota.
but there's a guy that goes by the name of Luka Doncic that I just feel he's gonna do something in this series. We know out of all the young players, Luka may be the guy that people are looking at that they've been waiting for this moment for Luka to take this next step. Besides Jason Tatum, I think Tatum and Luka is the two that people have really been like, okay, it's cool, but we're not gonna take that next step out of the young guys. And then with a hungry Kyrie Irving, and maybe I'm being a little bit, I don't want to say prisoner of the moment, but somebody that wants something to happen. I want to see Boston versus Dallas. Kyrie versus the young team that he left. He left Boston. And I'm going to take the Dallas Mavericks to win this series in 6 games. I think Luka's going to have to be phenomenal. Kyrie's going to have to shoot better from the field. I know he shows up in the fourth quarter, but they needed all 4 quarters. PJ Washington's really stepped up for that team. I think they're gonna pull this upset in a mild upset in some people's mind. I got the Dallas Mavericks knocking off the Minnesota Timberwolves in 6 games. Anthony Edwards, this is no knock to you. Carl Anthony Towns, Gobert, McDaniels, y'all have done a phenomenal job. Mike Conley, phenomenal job. I just we've seen it in sports where a team beats a team and they can either elevate or they treat it like they won the championship. And I'm not saying they were jumping around, popping bottles, but they were excited. Rightfully so. They came back from 3-2, came back down from 20. But I think they may be sleeping on Dallas a little bit. And I think Dallas goes in there, splits the first two with Minnesota, takes the next two, and then they might lose 5, but game 6, they'll close it out. I got the Dallas Mavericks advancing to the NBA Finals.
well,
Oh,
well, I've been very critical about this Minnesota team, especially Anthony Edwards. They got lucky, man. they
wow. What?
they got lucky,
How,
and
Sway? How?
at Carl Anthony Towns bailed him out
Oh,
once again. But with that being said, man, I'm taking the Dallas Mavericks to win this series.
wow.
I also got it into 6 games also. So a lot of people said what Minnesota is gonna do. What is Dallas gonna do with that size? That's the only reason why people are picking Minnesota because of the size that they have. I don't think it's gonna be a difference, man. I think the underrated player Derek Lively, he's very underrated. He's been playing well. They've been had guys like PJ Washington stepping up, Derek Jones Jr. stepping up, and you can't forget about the shooters they have, guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. Man, and I know that from what I know, they said they're gonna have Anthony Edwards guarding Kyrie. I don't think anybody could guard Kyrie, man. I think Kyrie is just something different, and that's what Denver didn't have, a guy that could distribute, create his own shot. Like Jamal Murray could do that, but I think Kyrie, he just does a little bit more, and he's more quicker, and he's just more relentless when it comes to attacking the basket. And Kyrie just got to shoot the ball well. And the huge question is, you got all that big man, but who's the hell's gonna guard Luca?
See, that I'm glad you brought that up. That's the thing that I think is everybody's talking about Gobert and Towns, but the thing about Luca, his IQ is off the charts. If you watch Luca play, he gets the matchup that he wants. He'll get us to the screen, and then bam, all of a sudden you got Gobert trying to guard Luca Doncic, and he does what he wants. I just
Yeah,
think Luca's gonna get a lot of pick and roll action going, where he's gonna get a matchup that he likes, whether it's Gobert, Carl Anthony Towns, or maybe a Mike Conley, and he can back him down. Luca's gonna just play a big factor in this series. I think Luca's gonna average a triple double in this series, and they're gonna get into the
yeah,
finals.
and 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 the reason Nas Reed, he did a good job against um Jokic for a couple games, but now you're gonna have to do this in a 7 game series if it even goes that far. Um, you Luca and Jokic is two different players because you Luca he could hurt you in so many different ways. He could take you off the basket. That's something Jokic couldn't do, man. So I think Luca is gonna cause a major problem, and I wouldn't be surprised if this entire series, uh, Cat Gobert and Nasri gets into foul trouble, and Luca gets to the foul line a lot, and I think that's gonna be a huge problem, a huge issue. I like Jason Kidd as my coach. I'm taking him over Minnesota's coach any day. And I like the depth and the bench that Dallas has, man. And I think tonight, I think Denver's gonna steal game 1.
Dallas. Okay, I know what you mean. Okay, got
Yeah,
you.
yeah, Dallas gonna steal game 1.
I'm not opposed to that. I tell you, I think they're gonna split game one. They're gonna either get game one or game two. I'm with you. If I was a betting man, I think Dallas is gonna get them tonight as well. Everything that you said, I agree with as far as what Luca brings to the table, man. I keep saying that pick and roll is gonna be dangerous for. I think they have to put Gobert on the bench some of the time because that's gonna be a total mismatch if he has to go up against Luka
Mm.
Doncic. Luca does, like you said, he does a lot. Him and Jokic can do a lot of things, but it's things that are different. It's a different way of doing it. Luca has this go and stop type speed. It's not the quickest, but he knows how to move at a go and stop rate, unlike Nikola Jokic. So I'm just man. I'm excited about this series. I think it's gonna be a really good series. And dare I say, if Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves pull this off, I'm gonna just throw some names out there. They didn't beat Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and now Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. Hey, this is a special run, bruh. This is a special run. If they get this done, man, then they get Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. Hey, this may be epic, man. This may be epic. Hey, I'm not necessarily rooting against Minnesota. I'm just giving an honest opinion on who I think is going to win the series. I don't care who really wins the series. I think you get Boston versus either one of those teams. That's going to be a fire NBA Finals. No disrespect to Indiana, but I don't think it's as fire. I'm not. Halliburton is my guy. When we did the little draft, I picked Halliburton as my sixth guy. But I just think that Minnesota or Dallas beats Indiana going away in the NBA Finals. Boston's the one team, even without Kristaps Porzingis, that can challenge them for that NBA title.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I think that'll be a good accomplishment, though, man. What Anthony Edwards is doing, man. But I think he does definitely does have to show up. I think he has to take care of the ball. I think he got to better make better decisions, and the defensive assignment that he has. This is going to be a huge factor, man. And we're gonna those are going to be one of the things to see how the series go. How Edwards defense against Kyrie Irving.
Facts. They gonna put McDaniels, I think, on Luca, long, athletic. But like I said, Luca gets the matchups he wants, bro. He gets the matchups he wants. He knows how to play. His IQ is off the charts. He's gonna get a pick and roll action going. He's gonna get some good screens where he's gonna get the guy he wants guarding him. And then now it's up to the shooters to make their shots or a defensive player to hold his ground. If he doesn't, Luca's gonna torch him. But I think Luca's gonna average a triple double in this series.
I think he will too. I think he will too. I think he'll do. He's going to be either be close to that or he's going to go over that.
What you think Anthony Edwards is gonna average?
I think he'll go over average 25. I don't think he's going to go average like 30. I think he'll go.
Oh, don't disrespect Ant, man. Come on,
I
man.
think he'll go 25, but I do feel like he'll have some bad shooting nights though.
Okay, I'm around there. I'm around the same point with you. I was gonna say 27, so around 27, but I just don't think it's gonna be enough. If Cat shows up, the guy that you've been raving about on social media, you listen to everybody out there. Q's gonna try to cut this part out. Keo does not believe that Cat is the best player on this team. Keo is just wilding right now with that. But shout out to Cat. He did come through in Game 7. He did come through in Game
Finally.
7. He did. He did. They needed him. They needed him too. They needed him. But yeah, man, it's gonna be epic. I'm excited about it. In my background, I'm in my daughter's room right now, y'all, doing this episode. I know y'all see all the pictures on the wall. Got some stuff going on in my office right now, so I couldn't do it. But we here though, man. It's lit.
Yes, sir, man. Well, that is our official predictions, our NBA conference finals predictions, man. We both got the Celtics, and then we also both got the Dallas Mavericks, man. But with that being said, let's go to our shout outs so we could go watch this damn game.
Hey man, shout out to Keo, man. Always pulling up, man. Doesn't matter what, man. I hit him and he was like, let's get it popping, you know. Shout out to C, shout out to Yvonne, shout out to the whole MBS crew, shout out to Danny, man. Y'all know what it is, man. But man, hey, shout out to Luka Doncic, Ant Man, Jalen Brown, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton. Shout out to all the NBA players in the playoffs so far. It's been lit. And of course, you know I wasn't gonna mention the NBA without mentioning the WNBA. Shout out to all the WNBA players, man. Did you watch Miss Cooper last night? Kalia Cooper went crazy
Yeah, they
on the
took that
AC.
30 drop 37 against the best team in the league and freaking what's her name? Young, Plum
Yup.
and Asia Wilson both went over 20 and they still lost. What?
Yeah, but Cooper was balling though, man. Cooper was balling. If y'all haven't watched WNBA yet, man, please go check it out, man. I know Caitlin
Caitlin
Clark.
Clark's played today too.
Yeah, man. I know Caitlin Clark is the name that everybody knows, but these girls can hoop, man. Don't sleep on them. They can really hoop. The
Come on,
Fever.
Rakia Jackson, you gotta step it out, man. You
Hey,
can't
Cameron
even go
Brink got
open
the
that.
block and the win with the block.
Yeah, yeah, she did, man.
So,
And
but y'all
hopefully
go check it
Cardosa
out.
gets healthy.
Yeah, the Chicago Sky, my team. Shout out to my girl Angel Reese. Shout out to the Chicago Sky, man. Slowly but surely building, even without Cardoza. So when Cardoza comes back, you know it's lit.
All right, man. But shout to X, man. Um, we'll have our MBS show tomorrow. Hopefully, we get the panel to pull up tomorrow. Yeah, shout out to everybody, man. To all the shows on the MBS platform. It's been crazy on social media with sports, battle rap, music. It's all over the damn place, man. But hey, we covering it. But
Yeah,
with
I
that,
need them known predictions. I need to jump on that for that. You know what it
yeah,
is,
yeah.
Kia?
Okay, okay. Well, with that being said, man, we'll tune in tomorrow. We're about to drop this video on the MBS channel. Make sure you go check that out. But with that being said, man, this is the MBS NBA Conference Finals predictions. Till then, we see you next time. We out.
Peace.